Whoops. Hey everybody, we're here now, I guess. Welcome. I'm gonna have to reboot it because I know it gets all weird and screwy. I was AFK for too long. Whoopsie doodles. Listen, I was trying to make a good scene, a good little backdrop. Yeah, we're here, we're back with some more Project Gorgon. I said back to Rahu because I don't know. I didn't know what to call the stream, so back to Rahu it is. I have some bad news. I did not do my homework. We're gonna have to do the daily dungeon. Unfortunately. Good news is that I'm pretty much ready to go. Got food. Got not food. Got a lot of got 66 inventory slots ready to go. This is indeed Rahu, so we're good. Video description is accurate. And yeah, we're going to hopefully get a group together or find someone who's doing a group for the daily, because we need to do it, because we need that money. We need that hard, cold money. Because shit's expensive. Also, I've been having this bug where shit's not loading in. I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's a game problem. I mean, it's not like my computer's bad. I mean, it could just be really bad, like drivers or something. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of laid back and chillaxed. You don't know, you go up to him and you're like, oh, Casino Excursion Wolf Caves, and it's one of 4 dungeons that he has to offer you to do. And then you choose that, you accept it. And it says, hey, blah, 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 blee, blue, blee, blue, Mimo Shmoo. You know what I didn't realize though? I think I did realize that I should have been making these like smoothies, because they give where are they? Yeah, a mushroom smoothie, because they do give gourmet experience, and that gourmet experience is nice because every level of gourmet that you have adds 30 seconds to the food buff. So like right now I get an hour plus like 12 minutes, I think, because I'm like 28. 12-ish minutes, somewhere around there. And today's the Wolf Caves. Wolf Caves are fun because there's a fucking jump in there. Hilarious. A hilarious jump. Cause like, look at this platforming. It's like, all right, here, let's check out this platforming. It's like, go there. It's a little jank, and the fact that they have a chokehold platforming section that if you fuck up, it's like you can get back up, but it's a pain in the ass to get back up. So yeah, we're just gonna chill. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna head over. I'm gonna just kill some like bandits or some beggars in Rahu while I wait, so I'm not just like running around in circles forever. You know, give people a little something to look at. You know, a little something, something. One day I'll be a big boy for the AM dailies, but right now I am not a big enough boy. But I'm gonna be real with you for a second. I feel like we're on the crescendo going downward. I kind of accomplished a lot with what I wanted to do. Unless like I find a group of people who are really like, hey, you know, we want to show you the game. We're gonna kind of help you progress. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, a game's not successful unless there's a dedicated team to show me around. But I've kind of accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do. I started, it's crazy, I started this journey back this year at like 30 fire magic and 30 or 29 mentalism. Got both of those to 50. Started back at like 17 bard and 1 druid, and then got all the way back to where they are now, which is 63 bard, 61 druid. Yeah, my goal was to kind of at least progress past 50. That was my goal, and I've kind of hit that goal. So I don't mean to stepdad and go and get cigarettes and milk, but it might be happening. It won't be happening today, but it might be happening in the future. Just letting you down slowly, you know. I also might release a guide for like a beginner tip guide. I already did one. I already released one today, fresh off the mat, for druids, because there's a lot of like, oh, hold on, there's some bears. Ooh, a knife. Now that's what I call a knife. Yeah, all my stuff is loading in kind of weirdly. I don't know if that's the game or me. Or both. The game and me. Yeah, I might also release a just like a beginner's tip guide. Just depends, you know, just depends. Yeah, I did the druid guide because there wasn't a whole. It's not complicated. It's just like, what the hell is this? A candle stump. There's just not a lot of stuff known. Cause like the when you sign up to be a druid at that altar, it's like, well, you can't use swords and be a druid, and I think that changed because that was back when there was only wooden main hands counted for druid, and now offhands also count, so you can use a sword and be a druid at the same time. And also, it's like the words that they use make it sound like really fucking super serial, like it's the end of the world. You can't go back, which is true. You can't not be a druid, but like, what you're committing to is not like the biggest commitment. It's like, oh hey, there's druid events like once a week, maybe twice a week, that last for like at most 20 to 25 minutes. Not a big deal. Mainly just for people who got to that part and are like, oh no, I can't do anything. It's like, no, actually, it's not that bad. It's pretty not that bad. And I'll probably explain this 3 to 4 times depending who comes by, but it is what it is. $64 and $65 bard will be pretty big because I'll get both my big nukes upgraded, my big hot nukes. Get some motherfucking cockatrice. I'll just drop some of this stuff on the ground. Feathers. Still 64 slots. That's all I need. Impressive orc skull. I've noticed it's really easy to get human and goblin skulls, but the rest of the skulls are not that easy, especially the Rakesha. Not that I need them, but, you know. Actually, you know, I should go get some water. Also, pro tip. You don't have to fill up your water, your vials of water at, like, those fountains. If you run into the water, which I think there is some water, yeah. If you just go to some water and then you just mash that fucking, you just mash this shit, it'll fill it. In fact, it's a lot faster. Doink, doink. So now, even though I'm losing thing, I could take some sippy sips. And when I'm done, I can be done. Look at this dickweed. Crazy, not that long ago, these guys would give me the business, and now I give them the business. You think they would learn some ways of how not to get booty blasted, but sometimes they never learn. Kind of annoying that you don't see the debuffs until you get a decent amount of anatomy going. That's a little annoying, but whatever. I don't know if these rhinos drop the ivory horns, but those ivory horns, they do be good though. They do be good. They're great for faction for the bard guy. Or you could do what I did, which was just give him make a whole bunch of fish dishes and give them to him to get more rep, which I still need. I think I still need a little bit more rep for the 65 horn ability from him. And look at that. That's pretty chonky experience. Yeah, we'll see where we are next week. I know after the 23rd, I literally just found this out today. The person the team, or at least the team with the same name as the same team that made Disco Elysium, is making a new game. It's like No Parades for Dead Spies or something. I forget the name of it. So, and I'll be checking out that demo when that drops after the 23rd, because I love Disco Elysium. Dirt's good, dirt's good, dirt's good. Hold on, time to take a sippy sip. Take a sippy sip. This is nice little, I need to find an area with low level Rakesh so that I can farm their skulls. Because all these guys, they drop, like, impressive skulls or higher, and I need the base skulls. I need the slightly lower level skulls. I also need more Rakesh to see how good I am. I need 6 more levels to know how good of a person I am. In anatomy of the Rakesh. You think I would just know how good the Rakesh are, but I guess I don't. Right, I'm not supposed to be here. Uh-oh. Easy. Get on my level, nerds. Ooh, a horn. Not as good as mine, but ooh, that would be, damn, it's tempting. A damn good horn. Fortunately, yeah, I've already wasted too many slots spotting the best. Like, I should just farm out here for a bit until I get a horn that's really good. Yeah, damn. If it had the bard base damage instead of the inventory slots or the regrowth healing, I would definitely use that. Because 97 damage to my Blast of Defiance? That's crazy. But I'm losing on so many damages, losing the 25%. Oh well. Oh, here we go, here we go. Someone's doing the wolf caves. Good, good, good. We're just gonna empty all these bottles. We don't need them. Turn around. That frees us up with like some inventory slots. Spotting the best. There it is. There it is. Gotta do a little bit of banking. That's all right though. I would have liked a little bit more inventory slots, but I think we'll... You know what we could do? You know what we do? Hot trick tip. Just shove all this shit in the bank. Deal with it later. Deal with that shit later. Not my problem. Double check that I did in fact grab it. Yep. It's just Wolf Cave. Do. They have 15k councils for doing this daily, and that's why the dailies are so good to do, because you just get a large lump sum of cash. That hard cash money. That's what we're all about here. That hard cash money.
Subscribe to my channel.
Thank you, Mr. It Was Gaming, for subscribing to my channel. After, that wasn't even the part of the 10 gifted subs. You were just waiting. You were just like, listen, that, I'm gonna say my own sub. That's a little piece of pie just for me. What's up, Mr. It Was Gaming? This project Gorgon music is super snazzy. Who's their sound people? I don't know. All the music in this game is pretty fucking good. But this is the casino, so it's obviously the most snazzy. As is tradition, we will read a verse from the hot book, Shit My Dad Says. Let me get this up real quick. Random ass page. You know, let's go dead center. Or quote, as close to center as we can get to. On yard work, quote, "What are you doing with that rake?" "No, that is not raking." "What? Different styles of raking?" "No, there's one style and then there's bullshit. Guess which one you're doing." There you go. I don't know if their sound people are as good as PVL. PVL does amazing sounds. Isn't there like a My Dad's Awesome? No. That's someone else's dad from the hit book Shit My Dad Says. Not my dad. Although he probably would say, I don't know if he'd say exactly that, but you know, it'd be like same like general area. My dad would always, or he's not dad. My dad would, he would do this. He'd be like, he would drop a zinger and then he would do a big sniff afterwards, like, why they call it chili when it's served hot? Oh, I see. So a book about, actually, I could probably get this up and show it off. So if this is about this guy's dad. One day I'll actually like get the book and hold it. But I'm lazy. I'm using the PDF. No, not. Get it up on. It's a good read though. There's little like quips in there that I like for subscribers, but there's also like he like kind of writes paragraphs in an overarching story. Why are we heading in? Are we doing it with 3? I don't know if we could do it with 3. I'm not that good. Alright, whatever. This is the book that I'm talking about. One of one shit my dad says series. Are we just booty blasting? I think we're just booty blasting. I've never done it with this little people, but listen, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to give it a good college try, you know? There is a comedian, Marina Bamford, who said her dad communicated in a series of noises. Her early Comedy Central stand-ups are all my all-time favorite. Yeah, it's not really ringing a bell for me. Although if I probably saw a picture of her, I'd probably recognize her. And again, they're at like 900. Oh, I need to eat. Eating is important. Stuff squashes. Free loot? Shazam. Thankfully, this isn't, what's the zone I'm thinking of? There's a zone that's a pain in the ass to get back from. This one's not that bad. It's in Kerr. If it was Dark Citadel or Chapel, that'd be a lot easier, but I think that stand-up was like 20-some years ago. That's like Louis Armstrong. It's a miracle he lived as long as he did, Louis Armstrong. I mean, he thinks he can do it by our MRM selves. I'm gonna assume you're on that. Have a good stream, Mr. C. Gonna have some family coming over for dinner, lurking. Alright, have a good one. Mr. It Was Gaming. Appreciate you, appreciate the sub. I will probably still be here. At least for a little bit, you know? At least for a little, tiny little bit. Wow, I didn't even dent him. It's crazy because, like, I'm kind of the healer of this group. Because I think today they announced the upcoming new Disco Elysium game, and I don't know if it'll be as good as the OG, the G, that is Disco Elysium. But I mean, if it's half as good, then it'll be PogChamp. Yeah, I know nothing about the new Legacy of Kain games. You know, I've tried to beat Soul Reaver like 10 fucking times. And I never get like anywhere near close to halfway done with that game. One day I will beat it, but that day is not today. How is that even possible? I mean, like, the level design kind of gets, like, boggy halfway through, if you know what I mean. You're always, like, switching between worlds and shit. I know the first Legacy of Kain's really good on the PlayStation. I just haven't played it. I know, sacrilege. Oh. Not that I need it, but I have it. This is going to be interesting. We'll see if a buff boy can do these. Old Timothy. Is she sword mentalism, yeah. And he's probably fire magic druid. Oh, interesting. A combo that does work. Fire magic druid. You just need a wooden implement. Hopefully they increase the times for these respawns, especially for these daily quests. Up there's old Timothy, that little shit, Timothy. Shazamsels. Well, I guess we can do it. Look at us. Look at us go. Little punky little group. The new D2 class is fun. They said more expansions on the way. So is it just a class? Is that all it is? Or is it like actually content? How about the dang 62 mother flips? As long as they know where they're going, because I don't. I mean, I could bring up the map on the Wikipedia. I could do that, or I could just not do that also. Did I already loot this one? I might have. "62 Druid. Look at me go. I'm such a big boy. I'm gonna keep eating my vegetables. See, who do we need now? We have that guy. Extra content adds 1 boss fight. Who needs a full ass? I mean, maybe we need a little bit of a full ass group. Woo, almost fell down. That would have been bad. Everything else is probably live stuff. New items, filters, /storage. What's crazy is that, like, the majority of, like, remasters or reforge or whatever you want to call them that Blizzard has done have been negative, except for D2. D2 is the one that's been, like, weirdly good most of the time. Anything else? No. And honestly, good for them. I want to hate Blizz, but they are not the same company from... Well, let me double check something. Okay. We just need the scion of whatever, and then we're good. I want to hate Blizz, but they are not the same company at all from 3 years ago. Yeah. That said, though, I don't imagine live WoW is going to be a whole lot better. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Can he get back down to us? Might be able to, yeah. As he runs. I've been playing some live WoW, but it's definitely built for neckbeards. And working Joes. There's no in between, it's either one or the other. Is he saying stuff in chat? Is he like, please invite me to your group? Okay, here you go. That's worth some monies. Whoa. That's what's crazy about battle chemistry, is that battle chemistry, you can go fast. So flippin' fast. Oh, wait, hold on. Going back this way. Huh? Where are we going? What are we eating? Pasta? Yeah, it's kind of the crazy thing about Live WoW, is that Live WoW is like somehow both the sweatiest and like most casual game out there. And it's not really good for either of those player bases either. I'm surprised we're doing so well without with only 3 people. To be fair, we do have one person who's like very high level. You can tell because they have like 600 hit points. They've culled too many abilities IMO. All the classes I've tried lately only have 2 bars of action. So basically this right here, just like 12 buttons, GG. I think the limited action set's fine in this game though. Well, that is like 1 bar. So like 24, not including like cooldowns, and 24, then and that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 not including like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and stuff. 24 then that also includes like cooldowns and hot, cool, cooldowns. Be cool about cooldowns. Does Gorgon need a sub to play? No. It's an optional sub. The optional sub gets you... And I haven't bought the sub yet. I am probably going to get the pack. The hot pack coming out. That's like $60. That comes with like 4 months of sub time also. It's kind of like... And you get like a bunch of other stuff. A bunch of other stuff. That's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, the sub is... Sub gets you more character slots. You can make more characters. You get like more inventory or bank slots. I forget which one. And that's pretty much it. A lot of other just like superfluous stuff. Oh, we got our mantises. The sub is also kind of similar to... Yeah, I guess the sub is very similar to how it worked in Embers Adrift. What's interesting is that Embers Adrift didn't really have a cash shop per se. In this game, also doesn't really have a cash shop per se. It just has the packages where, like, once in a blue moon, you pay a little extra and you get some extra stuff, as well as some sub time. If you had to choose between this game or Pantheon to play for pleasure, which would you lean towards? That all really depends. Because right now in Pantheon, there's not a whole lot of content that I haven't done already. I haven't seen everything in Pantheon, but I have seen like 80% of it. Meanwhile, this game, I haven't seen like, I'm gonna say like half the content, maybe less than half. What's the end game for this? A fruit case. The end game is currently the level cap. The level cap is 100, which was added just recently for 1.0 with the new area. All right, here we go. My favorite part. And if you fall down, you go all the way down there. And you can get back up, but it's not easy. You have to work for it. That's such a dick move to put in this game. With, like, its kind of janky jumping as it is. Guess we got 10 minutes to kill. Still got combat credit for it though. Boink. Free loot. Is that all we need? Yeah, we just need to get his loot and then we're done. Hey Onslaught, how's it going? It's going pretty good. We're just doing a quick little daily with a little ragtag group. We have one overpowered person, and then I am, like, in the middle. I'm not good and I'm not bad. I'm just like in the middle somewhere. And one more person who I don't know where they are. I got like credit for him for some reason. No, I didn't. But yeah, we're doing our casino daily, as they like to call it, the Q daily. That guy's showing me up. Listen, he can show me up all he wants. You mean the guy jamming out? He does have more hit points than me, too. Was that the guy that was like, hello, I'm new player, please? Please invite me. It was like, town. We may never know. This could be at the very top. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. We'll never know. Kind of crazy if that was his first time doing this when he has like a little bit more health than I do. That's how you can determine how if someone's buff or not. Is based on how much hit points they have. That's the only value that I go off of. Yeah, we're just chilling. Oh, I got a funny story to tell you guys. So I was on Nathan's stream yesterday because they were asking about Gorgon. They're like, "Oh, come on in the chat and come on by. Tell us all about how that Gorgon's doing." So I did. What I didn't realize was that I was using push to talk, and my push to talk button was the exact same push to talk button as it is in game. So everyone in my party heard me talking to Nathan. They heard a one-sided conversation where I would be like, "Hey, wasn't Shenmue on? It wasn't on the Dreamcast, right? It was on the Xbox in America, so it's not technically a Dreamcast game. Blah 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 blah." And then they wouldn't hear the other part of that story. And then eventually it was like, "Hey," and no one knows because they'll be like, "Mr. Coddle, whatever." Not that I care, but we can hear what you're saying. And I was like, "What?" And I say, "It should be on push to talk," and I checked it, and I was like, "Oh, my bad. It's the same button as my Discord push to talk. Whoops." But they also said that, quote, "I don't know who this Nate guy is, but he seems like he's a real one." And I was like, the Nathan Napalm, he is a real one. I guess everyone else just had it muted. Like, I think only one or two people in the group heard it. But I changed it, so now it's Alt, which I don't really hit that often in this game. I might like brush it on accident, but I don't hit it that often. And not my actual push to talk on Discord. I am in shock I'm not banned on League of Legends. LOL. That's the thing with League of Legends, man. The more you play League of Legends, the more insane you go. And you'll be sitting there like at the store and you'll be like, "God damn it. Put the groceries away faster, you fucker." damn it, we lost our fucking lane. Thanks, grocery man. And they're like, damn, dude, calm down. What are you talking about? Sorry. Okay. Here's Scion. Maybe they'll give up and go the other way. I'm like, okay, yeah. Listen, it'll be like 5 minutes. Last game I played was the most toxic bastard. I feel like it's just like all competitive games on some level where basically, you know, it's ranked, and as soon as it's ranked, people will go crazy. I mean, people went fucking crazy in Classic WoW's PvP arena, not arena, fuck, what was the name of it? Honor grind. And it was like, fuck this guy. It was funny how Mad Season Show talked about how it was like, half of it was skill and half of it was just the politics of it. Where people had to feel like you had actually earned High Warlord or Grand Marshal or whatever it was called. And if they didn't feel like you earned it, then they would go fucking ballistic. It's Guy told me to touch grass. Told him he have a brain damage. Told him he definitely has brain damage and eats glass. Damn, that's the Nuno reverse right there. Touch grass? No, you eat glass, dude. On the elementary school playground, you would have demolished some bullies with that one. That's like the new I'm rubber, you're glue. Touch grass? You eat glass. Get fucked. I got honored somehow. There you go. Finger on the trigger. You know, just in case he spawns in here. I don't think he does, though. But just in case. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. But they were like, OMG, sick burn. I feel like so many people say touch grass. We got it. We Gucci. Bam, 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 bam. Thank you, ma'am. Did they return? Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he's in the room. Okay. Oh, he went all the way back to the exit or entrance and entrance exit. Not me. Mine's Subrule. Mine's still Subrule. I mean, if you really want Subrule, I can give you Subrule, but Do you even have the stuff to summon a portal? Yeah, I do. Okay. I can do the brawl if you want. I can do some brawl if you want. It's like half there. Let's see summoning it now. Nope. Okay, well. The brawl it is. Thanks for the party. Yeah, that was a little quaint group. My stepson is a masterclass troll. He would bait people into competitive games to denying historical atrocities. Wow. Like father, like son. Can you do a lot in this game solo? Yes. I think the further and further you get into the game, the less and less you can do solo. Wait, he gets them banned because it'll be like 9/11 didn't happen or something like that. That's like probably the one I could probably say on YouTube the most. Which it did, by the way, YouTube. This is just an example. Watch I get that friggin' disclaimer. Based on, like, a sentence that I said in passing. But you can do a lot in this game solo, depending on what build you have and whatnot. Apparently, like, the really high-end dungeons in the 90s and the 100s, those require more, like, solid groups where you have, like, a tank and a healer who are more built for that. That's what's nice about Bard Druid, is that Bard Druid can either be really good DPS or a good healer, depending. I haven't back into it yet, but I did decide to pick up Pantheon, although I didn't want to wait to put too much time into the wipe coming, yeah. A lot of people are in the same boat. And a lot of people are just straight up waiting for 1.0. Which, don't even ask me what the fuck that is. Yeah, the benefit of playing now is that the experience bonus is like crazy. It's like 2 or 2.5 times. I need to turn this in. And I would say just like test out the various classes right now. I'm gonna give this sword to this dude up here. He's gonna love it. You're gonna love the swords you like. What is this? Is this a... Actually, does he like stabs or does he like hammers? This game's music gives me such Daily Premonition vibes. It's kind of crazy that they had that. They had Daily Premonition, which is a classic. Don't get me wrong. And then like they tried to make it hit the same, but they could just never really get it again. And don't even get me freaking started on the goddamn Daily Premonition director's cut. Who the fuck designed that shit? I'm not gonna get all of it out quite yet. There's a dude up here. A duder. With a lot of tutor. I didn't realize how much I've grown to take maps for granted. Yeah, there was someone who commented on one of my streams, one of my Pantheon streams that I did for After Dark, and he was like, "I am really concerned about the lack of direction in this game." That's how it started, and I thought he was talking about like the direction of like the development of the game, but he was talking about like being lost and not having a map and knowing where to go. But I told him pretty much that you go to Shalazam, and that has a map that you can kind of like follow. It tells you like names and stuff like that. All right, let's see. I will give you a sword and a shield, and that's it. I need your bro to come back so I can see if I can give him stuff, because he's the one that matters the most. But yeah, like I said earlier, I did today finish a druid guide. Because like there's a lot of stuff that's like unsure, right? Especially when you take up the druid oath. And it sounds crazy when you take it up because it's like, whoa, being a druid is a permanent choice. Look the frick out, y'all. Oh, you appeared. There you go. He heard me talking and he came. All right, do you have anything I want? Okay, there we go. 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 Damn it. I really wish you had like one more thing. Do you love food? You love clubs and you love hammers. I'm almost tempted to buy like a good hammer, just give it to him. Belt of the monk, no. Striped pebble. Ivory horn, 1,000 for an ivory horn. That's not worth it. They're good, but they're not that good. It's figurines of himself. Really cool, really cool. I gotta go sell some stuff. Sounds like how druids are in the 2nd edition. Well, it sounds crazy because it's like you can't use a sword and be a druid, but that's not true anymore. You can be a sword druid because you can use wooden implements in your offhand. and that counts. Because you have to have a wooden implement to use druid abilities. And you can switch. But also, it's just that, like, there's druid events. And the events sound scary because, like, you don't get any experience when the events are happening. But the events seriously last, like, anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes. That's it. And they're, like, they're usually, like, once a week. Usually, like, once every 2 weeks. If you're really lucky, like, twice a week. Super rare. So, it's, like, pretty much, like, not that big of a commitment. And you don't have to do the events either. You can just, like, just not do them. Just go make a sandwich and come back. You know, before I start fucking around, unless someone, like, is like, oh, hey, I'm doing Labyrinth or I'm doing Sewers. But everyone just seems to do the groups for the dailies. No one really seems to do, like, dungeons for the experience. They just kind of, like, do them on their own terms. Yeah, this game has great music. It also has some really good sound effects. Some, not all of them. If it was up to me, I would either change the bard music that you play, or the option to, like, turn it off. Just hearing this, like, 20 million fucking times. Gets old pretty fucking quickly. Didn't they have a weird hierarchy in 2nd edition where you couldn't go past a certain level unless another druid died or stepped down? That's brutal. Alright, hey, listen, for this campaign, we're gonna have a cool druid guy show up, NPC. Oh, he died. I guess you can level now, bye. Could you imagine if that was the case for druid in this game? Where it was like, alright, listen. There can only be 10 druids on the server at a time. And until one of those fuckers dies in real life, then another person can be a druid. Kind of reminds that's kind of similar to how it was in Nexus Kingdom of the Winds. I think I'm like one of 1,000 people that actually played that game back in the day. But that game was interesting because the subclasses were actually run by players, like player guilds or whatever. And you had to, like, do a lot of RP and a lot of schmoozing to unlock the different subclasses for your class. Everyone's dancing. Wait. I need to give this guy my staves. My staves. I also think I need to head over to Elmari and give that lady some randomly enchanted gear. So that we can be good friends. So that she can teach me more about disenchanting crap. Like, stuff like that is cool. But it's also, like, a pain in the ass in certain circumstances where it's like, all right, listen, I just want to be a spy. Let me be a spy. Let me be a fucking druid, a level 5 druid, alright? I don't want to jump through all these fucking hoops. Speaking of hoops, I had to jump through some hoops to unlock 6170 Bard. You have to get poetry appreciation and fucking flower arrangement, and gardening. It's just ridiculous. But I did it, and they can never take that away from me. Not this guy, it's this guy over here. Alright, I got some good staves for you. We're friends now. We're more than friends now. What did you do with your flower arrangement? I need to see this. So flower arrangement is a skill. And you make these little arrangements. And some of them you can place. But mostly they're just like buffs. Like this one's like, oh hey, boost combat refreshness. So then like, this one is like, it's not the arrangement I want. Yeah. This one. And this one's like, hey, for 4 hours, you have a 10% chance of catching bonus fish. It's a little buff. But it's a pain in the ass. Because to even unlock flower arrangement, you have to get gardening to 50. Which is a lot of planting carrots. A lot of planting carrots and squashes. And, broccolis. And flowers. And dirt. Yes, that's a consumed. You consume it. And it's used up for 4 hours. And you have that buff for 4 hours. And I'm cool with that. It's just a pain in the ass because, you know, I'm just trying to make my bard go a higher level. So I need that. You also need poetry appreciation, which the only really way I know to level it is to just go to the poetry jams on Saturday, and that's why there's the poetry jams, the event on Saturday where all these people show up because people need to level up their fucking poetry appreciation so that they can get further in bard. And on top of that, you have to get performance to 10 to unlock 51 to 60 Bard. And it's really fucking tight. Like right now, I think the maximum you can get performance up to is... Well, we can do the math. We can do the math. Right now I'm 12. And that would be 2 more points. Oh, that's not even... You don't even need a point for this one for getting fairy time ups. Okay. So with just instruments, then that maximum performance you can get up to is 14. 14. 12. And interpretive dance, you can get 2, just getting the 10. 10's not that bad. You can get some performance really down here, but God, that's a fucking grind. You're gonna be dancing your little tootsies off to get to 50 fucking 50 interpretive dance or 30 interpretive dance. Those take forever. So I have to go through all these hoops. And not only that, I also had to level up textile because all these arrangements take a freaking flower wrap. So I had to also level up textile creation to make flower wraps at level 9. But it wasn't as simple as that because I also had to get my favor with the textile creation guy to friendly or like close friend so that he would teach me how to make. So it was all this shit compiling on one thing. I'm glad it's done. I don't think I have to do any more shit after this because I think they did away with like this for 70 plus. You don't have to do that anymore. But yeah, I had to go through a lot. I had to plant so many fucking carrots. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous even. Oh, that's right. I was gonna go give the Amari lady some stuff in my junk. Hopefully they won't. Actually, no. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give some junk to Phyla. Now this lady's important. And they know it's a wiki game. You know, Onslaught. They know it's a wiki game because if you do /wiki space whatever, it'll pull up a web page and look up on the Wikipedia page for Gorgon what that thing is. So if like I go wiki Phyla, you can't see it, but it'll open up a page where it'll search for that, and then you can go look it up and see what you need and what you don't need. What's also really cool is that you can yeah, it's built in. It's built in. Is that if you have like weird items and you're like, I'm not sure if this is good use for anything, that's what's really important about the wiki. Because some NPCs only really accept like weird shit, like silver items or spoons or whatever. So sometimes it's good to just check and be like, hey, does someone really care about this? Because if they love something, they get a lot of favor from it. Well, here's this hoe. She likes potions, but she's also really important because she buys council certificates for full price. Probably some, yeah, here we go, 45. And there's ways to get council certificates, so you make decent money doing this. There's Pudding, the pudding boss, and he has a chance to drop a thing that you trade in for 7 councils, and then you would just trade them into this lady for 7,000 councils, and that's for 7,000 monies, and that's a lot of monies. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell that, and also that, but not this one though, unless I already have it. I do not have 3. I'll have to keep that for later. Then I'll give her like potions and shit. There you go. I know some people have gone to the extent of making like spreadsheets and shit to be like, all right, I have this, do this with this and that and that. But really, like, my approach to favor was just kind of like, all right, who do I care the most about favor with right now? And for me, for a long time, that was the 3 vendors in Sabrul. Joeth, whatever his fucking name is. And they're all pretty close to each other, too. This guy over here. This guy over here, because he will buy gear for a lot of money, because he buys shit for like 1,000. And he gets more and more and more money the more favor you have. And also he has storage that you can put stuff into, which is nice. And the same with Marna. But yeah, that guy, he likes swords and shields, and this lady, she likes staves. What is it? It's like staves, rare recipes, and something else, and animal skins. Do I have anything I can... No, I don't have. Maybe the saltpeter. Boop. Boop. And then, yeah, the jewelry lady over here who likes rings. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Also, if you see these, click them, because it's an XP boost. 10% crafting experience, hell yeah. Doesn't matter. It's like, it lasts for like 2 hours. And this lady, she likes rings. So, like, you save your rings and you can give her a gem. Or him, I don't know. I don't care. They're all elves to me. And then you have this guy down here who I actually need to give him something right now. The alchemy guy. He likes... I just give him the little alchemy beaker looking things. That's how I've been leveling up his. It could be higher. It is what it is. Maybe deposit the blood mushrooms too. So all this stuff just kind of like compounds. But yeah, once I got, you know, once I got everyone here to a good faction, then I started worrying other places. Or also like, there's also people who will train specific skills for specific combat skills, and they require a certain amount of skill or a certain amount of favor to give them, so that they could sell you the hot abilities that you want. You know, and some are a lot easier than others, like pretty much all the druid, except for one guy. A lot of the druid people, they just want like druid gear. You just give them druid gear and they're happy. You can get their faction up pretty quick, so you do like one of those daily runs, you just shove all their gear on them, and then they'll teach you what they know. The only exception with that is the mantis guy in this zone. He wants like helmets and something else. I forget what they are. So yeah, we're gonna head to Amari. We're gonna give What's Her Nuts a bunch of stuff so that we can get further into transmutation, because that's a whole other thing. I'll show this off briefly. Where there's this table over here, and then you can insert magic gear like this, and then you'd be like, hey, I want this to be something else. Like, hey, I don't want Scandling Flames, I want it to be like a different thing. And it's like, here, or it's like, hey, I'm not a big fan of this, can I change it to something else, like, you know, Moment of Resolve or whatever, and it's completely random. You don't get to choose which one you want. You just re-roll, you use all these dust, and then you get a chance to get one of these to replace it with. And that's why you want to level up transmutation, because you're gonna need dust, and you're gonna need to repair, because every time you do this, it loses durability. You need dust and blah blah blah. And that's why you want to level up transmutation. The new EQ1 experience is so dumb and Superman, and they wonder why they can't get more of an audience on live. The problem is that like live EverQuest is just so fucking daunting. I can't imagine being a poor schmub who's like, I keep hearing about this EverQuest game. I'm gonna try it. www.everquest.com, enter. Okay, download the game. What the fuck am I doing? Where am I going? Where the fuck is everybody? Why does everyone have boxes? What? Huh? What's going on? I feel like Live EverQuest is also in a similar boat to like Live WoW, where the majority of players, they're just playing because of the sunken cost fallacy, because they have like all these cosmetics and mounts and whatever, and they want to like keep that collection going. And if they don't keep doing it, then they lose out on the limited edition stuff, and they'll be behind, so they got to keep doing it. You can solo the max, is not that bad, it just takes a while. Well, that's the problem, is that like it's an MMO, but like a lot of what you're doing is just like solo. Like I feel like EverQuest shines when you have like groups and stuff. And then they just kind of like backed away from that with mercenaries and stuff. And also like bards, you know, I played bard and I always had a difficult time. Maybe it's a lot easier now, but back then I had a difficult time like soloing with my healing mercenary. Maybe I just went about it wrong too. I'm not an expert. Bards are only boxes, lol. That's my problem, is that when I play a game and I play a bard, I play as a not boxed bard. And yeah, that's bad idea. Did I ever tell you my great Yellowknack bard story? Of how I was really vibing with the Yellowknack server because I didn't play any TLPs for a while. And I was starting to get into it, and I was like, oh man, maybe I'll do some raids and stuff. So I joined a guild, and man, it wasn't the worst guild ever, but all it took was one fucking fogey, and that just ruined it for everybody. You had this old fucking dude in there who was stupid. He was real fucking dumb. I'm sorry if you're here, but you're dumb. Sorry. That's just the way it is. And I'll explain why you're dumb in a second. But what happened was I joined the guild and we're raiding and it was fine for a little bit, but then this guy, he kept being like, the bard in my group isn't playing any songs. You know, I could just bring my box over here and play songs. Although, take that voice and make it sound more old, senile, and southern. That's what he sounded like. I could bring my own box bard over here, and he would be much better than this bard. When I was in fact playing the fucking songs. In fact, during the raids, I would go right up to his face and I would play the songs in front of his face because, you know, you like do like animations and shit when you're playing them. And then they just like randomly one day they just like shoved, they didn't even tell me, they just shoved me in the tank group. The really important like main tank group with that guy. So I would have to run all the way over to the tanks, sing the tank songs, run to the fucking dumbass healer cleric, sing the mana regen song. So I'd be doing a lot of work just to make it work, you know. And he was still like complaining like that. So I just left. And the guild shortly disbanded after that. I was the one thing holding them together. The only main bard. I had someone in my guild trash my name in global chat because my druid never went below half mana in group. I was power leveling the group with my mage, by the way, yeah. And I think what happened with that guy was I think he was so dumb, he accidentally like turned off the bard buff window, and he just didn't see it, so he assumed he wasn't getting any buffs. When I was 1,000,000% playing buffs for my group. Why would I not? If I'm a bard, why the fuck would I not play songs? Especially with melody. And that was the last time I played a TLP. The end. Oh, I was gonna head to Almari, that's right. Melody's not a thing originally. Yes, that's correct. It was not a thing originally. I mean, I'll twist songs. I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I'm fine with twisting. I'm just not a fan of, like, the instrument juggling, you know, where you have, like, inventory slots and you're trying to fucking put the lute in and switch to the drums. I'm not a fan of that. Of playing fucking instrument juggling. And that's why I'm not playing a bard on Quorum. Because I don't want to deal with that shit. But I feel like they could do bards that won't involve twisting. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be in Monsters and Memories. I hope I can get like bandoliers or fucking something. Please, Monster Memory devs, if you're out there, please throw me bandoliers or fucking something, please. So hot and heavy. How many amethysts am I down to? 21. That's fine. That's fine. That's a good amount of amethyst. What do Gorgon bars do mechanically? The only thing they really do that's like, aside from like horns, which are just like you hit button and do damage, you toot in their general direction and it hurts their feelings, is the music. I'll show it once I get to like a sheltered area. I'll show that off. Kind of. I'll show it off in a little bit. Is this the lady? Yes, that's the lady. I just don't want to be in the middle of the desert getting fucking thirsty. Getting too thirsty up in here. Turned down for thirst. I think this is safe. At least I hope it is. What's up, B? Alright. Do you have stuff? Okay, you do want this stuff. It's good stuff. Great stuff, even. Okay. Will you train me in the ways? Any close friends? God damn it. Nickel and diming me over here. Alright, here's all my crap. Well, we're friends. Not quite good enough to be more than friends. So how it works is, bards have, so all these are just like general buffs. Like this is a heal, and this is a buff that heals, but also makes them, for 8 seconds, they take 55% less damage from crushing, slashing, and piercing. Okay, yeah. And then these are just like damage. These are just like damage. Like this one, you get a little bit of health for blasting, and it requires a horn in your offhand. If I do. But you have these melodies or songs. And this one just does damage every 2 seconds. And if I move or get knocked back, then the song gets interrupted. And there's a couple more songs. There's where's Bard? There's a healing one, which heals every 2 seconds for a certain amount of health. Every 4 seconds. 22? That's not a lot. What level is this one? 45. That's why it's not great. And then you have this one, which makes oh, that's Thunderous Note. Where is, you have this one, which I haven't upgraded at all, which makes, when you're playing this one, it makes the abilities cost less power for nearby allies. And again, all of these, if you get moved, and you can get affixes like this one. Makes their combat refresh, deal more armor, and then every 4 seconds they also get 25 armor, blah, blah, blah. You can really work on it. But again, if you move or get knocked back or stunned, then the song is interrupted. That's pretty much all the bard mechanics in the game right now. So that aren't like just you hit button. There's also Mez, which I don't use. But that's basically the gist of it. I'm gonna head all the way back to a secret chest. Maybe this will get me to close friends. I don't think I got what I wanted. Nope. I'm not giving this away because this is an instrument. Thanks for the Biddleys. Thank you, Mitchell Author. Thanks for the 5,000 Biddleys. Appreciate you. Hopefully groups want more than just standing in one place, playing one song in the background. I think it just depends on people too. Like some people, like I only really play the song, and it's a damage song when I'm soloing, and I don't really play it that much when I'm in a group. Because you're moving a lot, and there's stuns, and there's blah blah blah, and that's why I don't play them. I would be curious to see how bards kind of play out in like really high end content. Whoops. I'm hangry. And that's basically all of our junk in our trunk. You know what? I'm gonna check out. So there's some dungeons in Sunvale that are mostly underwater, and I don't think many people fuck with them for that reason. So I think we might check those out. So the class they tried to add D2 is also the new class in D4. They are adding an Atlas system to D4. So they're pretty much just copying what Path of Exile is already doing. I mean, if it's smart. Ooh, those are 100 a pop. That ain't bad. That's worth some monies. That's worth like at least 1 monies, maybe 2. No, it's totally different, and Blizz would never do that. Yeah, you're right. Blizz would never do that. I thought they were supposed to. I thought they were like copying the Ascension server. What happened with that? Remember when the Cosby Candle was so bad? I miss those days. I was so innocent. Yeah, we lived in some very troubled times. But that's when we play video games, so we don't have to worry about real life. Oh, that's right. I was gonna go Sunvale. Look at a squash. Ooh. I'll click on this gold dragon statue again. What kind of underwater breathing options do you have? I have no fucking idea. Maybe thinking of the Kazi room from Blizz, yeah. It's crazy that was like so under wraps for so long, all the shit that went on there. This might go poorly. I mean, maybe. Last time I tried to go in there, I had fire magic, and fire magic is interesting because if you even have a fucking foot on water, you can't cast any fire magic spells. But now I have the power of being able to do whatever I want. You know, I think I might just go. You know, we have 57 slots. We'll be fucking fine. In times like this, we must ask the Discord. Hello, dear Discord user. What, dare I may I say, is the way to breathe in water? Asking for a friend. I'm gonna zone and then look it up. I mean, surely there must be, or like, there's like places to breathe. Hopefully. Hopefully there's like a place to breathe in there. Underwater breathing. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is. It seems like you can make your underwater breathing last longer, but you don't get like, here is buff, you now breathe underwater by. Shit, dog. Well, maybe that's why no one goes over here. Cuz they don't want to deal with that mess, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Underwater, I've heard fire magic is rough. So fire magic kind of sucks and is great at the same time. It does a lot of damage. The downside is that you only get spells every 5 levels. And to get those spells, you have to, 1, learn the recipe. Here, I have fire magic. You have to learn the recipe. And at first it's not that bad. It's like, oh, level 0, 3 salts, easy. 1 fire dust, easy. 2 fire dust, getting a little harder, but still easy. 1 sulfur, alright, now we're starting to get hard. Because sulfurs are kind of like a pain in the ass to get. And then it's 2 sulfurs, and then it's saltpeter. Saltpeter's really hard to get. And then it just keeps getting higher and higher. It's like, alright, 2 fire dust, 2 sulfurs, 2 saltpeters, and it's like, alright, just fucking everything. Just fucking everything and a salt. Fuck it. Then after this, you have to get like runes. And you have to trade a lady in Amari for runes, and it's like, you know. And apparently it scales like, it doesn't scale as well past 50. Like, it's good at 50, it's good till 50, and then after 50, apparently it drops off. It's not as good. That's what I hear. What's crazy is that these dungeons, they don't have any bosses in them, so we can't get any dumb curses. But apparently, there's also, there might be a recipe for like shark soups. That'll be cool. Some good shark soups. What level are we? We are 63, 63 and a half, and 62. Underwater dungeons should not exist. People that enjoyed Kedge Keep are psychopaths. That's right. My favorite part about Kedge Keep was when I was in there once, and something would hit me, and I would like float slightly away, and that being floating, sliding away would completely interrupt my spells every single time. That's the stuff that's like dumb. That's the stuff that they should not have in a game. Played the WoW Live expansion pre-patch, got the mech suit and mount, very fantasy-ish. But hey, you got it. You gotta keep getting them. You gotta keep getting the mounts so that you keep playing, you keep subbing, so you keep getting more mounts. Where are the dungeons? Let me look at the map. I know there's one all the way over here. Alright, looks like I got 3 options. We got Fishbowl Cavern, Sacrificial Sea Cave, or the Muldernian Mine. We'll try out this place over here, because looks like both of these are just like down over here. We'll give it a good college try. Also, I think we lose a little bit of mana when we're spitting. We sure do. My sub for games are running out soon. Can't resub until job situation is better. Smart. Okay, so let me get a map of this place. I wonder if I do teleport to beginning, where the fuck it'll put me. I think my only active subs for Final Fantasy have to pay digital rent to keep my house. Dude, when I got out of there, I was so fucking happy. Like, we'll kill Billy the Boat Biter. Fuck you, Billy the Boat Biter. I fucking dare you. I double dog dare you. Did that shark just fucking talk to me? I think that shark just tried to talk some shit to me. That's right, fuck you, Billy. I died. No. Shit. What the fuck killed me? Alright, can we get back before the body decomposes? That's the big question. I like how he talked to me. He was like, "Excuse me, Druid, are you sure you want to fight me, a shark? We don't get along, you know." Yeah, you can still play other skills while you're playing the song. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that either. Because it doesn't seem like you can, but you can. Come on, shark body. We need that shark body. We still got the kill for the credit, pal. What's up, Alex? Water depth looks interesting. Woot, sup, mate? Going good? I think we should be able to make it back, I think. Hopefully. I think his body is there somewhere. Unless he literally just disappeared in front of my eyes. That coin set could have had so many coins in it. No, he's still there. He's still there. We're still good. Okay. We're still good. It's still good. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Shark. Don't go anywhere. You'll still be just as delicious. Hell yeah, we got it. We got it. And we can get an obviously. And I get my corpse. And I go into the submerged cave. Alex, you would not believe what happened. Dookie everywhere. Gotta watch out for that Duke. Actually, I think I should be butchering these guys. Yeah, and get sharks. That's the move. That's the power play. Yeah, I tried going here before, but the problem was that there's nowhere for me to stand over here. All right, here's where it gets dicey. Here's where it gets dicey. Also, the collision for being above is a little jank, but that's okay. We'll manage. If we die, we die. It's not a big deal. Okay, this is kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Yeah, we gotta reconstitute. Okay. Go first person mode. Be ready. Be ready. Be fast and be ready. We gotta get in and get out. Please let me get up. Get up. Get down. Down around. We're dying. Okay, we're good. We're good. Woo! Hey, don't make me lose breath now. That's right. Suck it, great whites. The fucking collision is so... Hey. It's like, I'm above... God, they gotta work on the collision. They gotta work on the collision. I'm sorry. They gotta work on it. Anyways, before I got distracted by 20 million different things. The Final Fantasy house was super fucking, like, the day I got free of that was so good. Because I saw what was happening, and I didn't have a big house. It was in a decent real estate place. And I just said, fuck it. In that month, I bought an additional retainer guy and just shoved all my furniture on that guy. And I didn't ever repay that sub for that furniture guy. And then I just let the house go up. And I was so fucking happy. And I was free. I could do whatever the hell I wanted. These jerk-ass fucking rats. Nobody likes your style, rat. Dirt's good. Horn is horn. Someone's been in here. Wow, someone's been in here. Can you believe this shit? Someone's been in here, guys. Also, they still need to roll the fuck too long. I feel like the balance is all over in this game, to be fair. It's like stuff's either too easy or it just like deletes you. A mode, a mine node. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Yeah. Can I mine these for? I need 20 more mining. 20. They need to work on mining. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. They need to work on mining because it goes. You have 0 mining, and like 5 mining, which you have to do through surveys, which are stupid. You can start actually mining pyrite ore. And that has to take you all the way to like fucking 30. That's ridiculous. I don't think you have to pay for rent for WoW houses. Good. It's a guild house with submarines. It's really the subs I don't want to lose because I'm sorry. I know about those subs. Those subs are not easy. We had someone help us make the subs. I was not running the guild house though, thank God. It's really the whole fucking no. Yeah, it connects over here. You know all about them rodents. New D2 class and that Dawson Tree guy died. Oh no, that's not good. No, whatever. I'll do it. I assume that Woot tells more is referring to the class and not the death of Dawson's Creek guy. I don't know, maybe he was like, he was an asshole. Like, what's his face? Chevy Chase. Yeah, it's crazy that, crazy how 14 is just basically a single player game now, with some group stuff in there. Not a lot, though. I like how I'm over here on my high horse when I'm playing basically by myself in this game. Listen, I don't know all the cool secrets and I don't know all the cool tricks. Oh, there's saltpeter and 15 more mining for that bitch. I know, I play MMOs because I want the social, but then I just solo everything and avoid talking to people. Same. Like, I don't know, there's those people out there who can, like, just go and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to random fucking people. But me, like, I'm the kind of person who doesn't really talk unless there's a good reason for me to talk. Not including streams. Streams are different. It's like a brain hack. My brain is like, no, I'm just talking to myself. I'm not talking to random. I'm not talking to people. Okay. Crazy these are level 40. Well, Mr. Potion Man, he's gonna be happy about that one. Oh, that's why they evading. Why you always evading? These guys respawn pretty fucking quick. Although once you, like, in a game find a good group of people that you, like, play with consistently, I feel like that's the real... That's where MMOs really shine. Oh no, this might be it. Whoa. Where? There we go, thank you. That's the dream. It's funny, or it's not funny. I met up with a good group of people in Classic WoW back in 2019. And unfortunately, I didn't keep up contact with them, and I now will never know what happened to them. They could be dead. They could be alive. They could be dead and alive. Like Schrodinger's cat. We will never know. But yeah, that was such a good guild. I really enjoyed the people in that guild. But what happened was, we were all raiding, we were having a good time, and then Black Wing Lair happened, and then that's what happened. Black Wing Lair is fucking brutal. Unless you're a min-maxer and blah 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 blah. I mean, we weren't bad, but we definitely weren't good. Is that it? I think that's the whole dungeon. I was kind of hoping for some recipe drops, but you know what? You deal with what you got. I guess you could just chill here at the entrance and just kill, This is the benefit of hitting, I think it's 20 teleportation. Yeah, it's 20. Or you just go to the entrance of anything for free. You just need to have it. It won't use it though. Anything going on and looking through? Yeah, daily. That's the only one that really does is the dailies. Kind of sad. Whoa, you see those cool tricks? I didn't know sharks could do such cool tricks. Shark fin. Is it fins that are needed? Uh-oh, if it's fins that were needed, we're in trouble. If it's shark fins that we need for the thing that I'm trying to get, we in trouble, y'all. We in trouble, y'all. Yeah, we're trying to get basic shark fin soups. 'Cause then I can make all the soups. Oh. I need to know where it drops, though. Shark fin. Basic shark fin soup. I mean, it says it drops from the Doctor and Keeper, but that doesn't make any sense because all of his stuff is like a lot lower. Like the soups are like level 15, which makes more sense. Oh well, let's see. How do we leave? How do we leave this place? Not drown. There we go. I mean, listen, that one shark, he talked to us, and he was like, "Don't fuck with me. I'm a shark," and I fucked with him. Okay, now we have to go to... The other map is... The Fishbowl Cavern is allegedly... I wish it would let me move this when I'm moving. Won't let me. Like there, I think. I'm curious. I'm gonna do this. I'm just curious where this will put me. Are there any orcas or dolphins in the water? No. I'm sorry. I know how much you would love that, but they're not. Where the f... Oh, okay. It teleports me to where I just left. Okay. So not good. Alright, let's see what's up with Fishbowl Cavern. Fishbowl Cavern. Is it entirely? That can't be true. You gotta let your brother's fucking algae. I mean, there's like, there's seaweed. There's seaweed, there's that. Does that make you a little happy, Alex? There's seaweed in the game. Actually, let's go to... What about the Sacrificial Sea Cave? Is that any different? Because I don't want to do a Frogman's. Here we go. Now we're talking. Hopefully this whole dungeon isn't underwater, or else you're gonna have fucking problems. I don't think it is, though. Maybe? This seems like this has some more stuff going on, though. This Sacrificial Sea Cave. So that's not there. That is... Please. Please, game. Please. That's not there. That is... Here? There. What does it say about Vamp? Yeah, Vamp is very hard pre-level 60. Okay. I know I would never want to be Vamp, especially in this game, because you take burning damage from the sun. Here comes the sun. Ow, 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 ow. That's what they would say. Kind of crazy that there's like so much underwater stuffs, but none of it, there's no like underwater breathing. You just increase your underwater breath bar. That's all you can really do. If you're still there, Grando, did any other new games get announced besides the new Disco Elysium and the new the Soul Reaver? Soul Calibur is a completely different game. Soul Calibur games. Man, this exact location, I would love to be able to breathe underwater IRL. Apparently there's a fluid that lets you do that. But it's very painful to actually breathe a fluid that lets you breathe fluid, basically. It came up in a movie. There was like a movie, it was like The Dig or something, where they had a rat and the rat was actually breathing underwater, breathing a fluid that let it breathe a fluid, basically. But it was very painful. Reminds me of Vanguard's. This exact location reminds me of Vanguard's Qualia. It looks so similar, man. I mean, it also reminded me, there's an area in the sewers that kind of reminded me of the EverQuest 2 sewers, in a way. I guess they're doing pudding. Oh well, we can live without pudding. We can live without a little pudding in our lives, you know, a little pud. In the should. Cartography doesn't seem like it's important because the Wikipedia page. Because the Wikipedia page is like, yeah, you don't get anything for cartography, but you do. You get so much stuff for cartography. So much good stuff. Getting beat up by a guardian, but I don't care. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. No Relolian guardian's gonna keep me down. I love the rhinos that stun you to knock you back and get saved by Dreva every single time. That's the other thing, that sucks when that happens. When it's like, listen, you're cheating the game, and it's like, I'm not cheating the game. The game's cheating me out of a kill. Freaking kill stealer ass motherfucks. I think we can actually see it. Yep, there it is, yep. My mark was close. How tough is that guy? Oh, I'm just gonna swoop right in here, the submerged cave, and try not to die. Ooh, a message starfish. What you got for me, starfish? I gotta read this in chunks. Disciples, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, I basically summarized it. Oh. Okay. Well, the good news is that it's not underwater. Hey, Dalcharis. How's it going? The good news is that it's not all underwater. So. Or should I say, I can go underwater. Invents a snail. got some problem, guys. We got an invincible snail. Someone's telling me I shouldn't be fucking with these people, but I think I do be my fucking with them. Let me check. Which one would this one be? Like, the Scray. Oh, the Scray's gonna suck ass. I ain't fucking with those Scray, because I know how they do. Defiler of Ethanos. What the hell is that? Ah! Oh, that's the worst one yet! Touching water has become painful and distressing. You are stunned when entering water. Guess what we're doing? We're not going that way. I mean, I'm gonna look at him though. I'm gonna look at him. But what if he's easy? But I would be stunned this entire fucking time. Or like, get stunned constantly. That's not fun. Besides, I want the snakes. I want the sharks. The other thing that sucks about... Ooh, invents a snail. No shark fins for me. Hopefully these guys can drop their illusory shark fin soup. I mean, sharks are good. Sharks are good. I'll take sharks. All right. We gotta go back to the map. Okay, yeah. There's a dude over here. Uh-oh, we're starting to get underwater. Please don't be underwater. Oh my god. Oh no, okay, we're good. We Gucci. A baby slime won't be dead. Don't matter. Apparently there's a shark over here. Does this one also have a big like boop, boop, boop? I think we have to like do some fuckery to get the stuff to spawn. There's a sacrificial shark. Can I please get some air though? Can I please get some air? Looks like I'm not getting any air. Come on. Oh my god. I got double whammied right there. Now we know and knowledge is power. And we're not cursed. That's the best part. Man, no wonder no one does these dungeons. They are not... I mean, you need more solutions for water breathing. You can't just be like, oh, got no water breathing, not my problem, home slice. Figure it out, tough guys. Okay. So I have to get back to here. I think we could do it. We can make it work. It's gonna be tough though. That's where I died, I think. Yeah. Here, come here. There we go. Perfect, good, perfect, good. We're taking damage. That's okay. We're almost out of it. We're gonna think of it. Everybody knows. Okay, okay. Will you follow me all the way back here, though? No, come back! Come back, you fucker! You little shit. There. Follow me, you little fuck. I'll keep tapping you if I have to. Don't make me. I'll do it. There we go. No. Oh, come on. There we go. We got it. There we go. We killed that fucking SOB. That fucking SOB. We got him. And now I'm dying. Coin sack? Coin sack. How the fuck are you supposed to do? I gotta admit, I'm a bit confused in swimming not being a skill of all things in the game, not have a skill to increase breath and swim speed. Even if it's just like 1 second breathing and 1 swim speed every 10 levels, I know. Hey, what's up, Soul Slicer? We are Gorgonites on some level. Like, the only thing you really get close to that is getting Druid and getting the Mallard form. That's like the most like swimming stuff you get. Aside from just gear that increases your breath meter, which is kind of annoying. Dang, there's an altar in there. Well, we killed the shark. We killed a boss in here, kind of. Wait, there's like no way for me to recover either. Like, shit, there we go. We can recover up here. Yeah, it is crazy. You have like, you can level up dying and like flower arrangement and poetry appreciation and art appreciation, but you can't level up swimming. And that'd be fine if like low level, if it was like EverQuest where like low level swimming is like slow. Like you're better off just getting on land. Hey, Alex says, so glad Echo's coming back. I freaking loved Echo, and so do my kids. Grander replies, Echo just pissed me off when I played it. Probably because it was too difficult, right? Right on Deep Dreamcast now. That you're older, mate. It's wonderful. I know the OG Echo of the Dolphin is a pain in the ass, especially near the end. That alien part is like brutal. It's just... Steve loves dolphins too. Listen, Steve loves a lot of things, especially retro RPGs that may have been on the Sega Saturn. He loves that shit. I thought I played it. Played what? Wait. There. Now we know why no one does this fucking dungeon. It's a pain in my ass. Yeah. Hey, where you going? Hey, where you going? Where the fuck you going? I'm not going there. Hey, come. Hey, quit it. You're killing you. No, where you going? There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. There's a little spot up here. There's a little spot. There's a little spot up here. There's a little spot up here. Guys, there's a little spot up here. My voice is getting real high because there's a little spot up here. Oh, Dreva. Speaking of fucking Dreva, Dreva, keep my money out of your mouth. Don't even ask me what that means. I don't even know what that means. Fine, we'll go to the... Hey, what's up, Nina? Oh, one first-time chatter. I love Druids True. Have you tried Monsters and Memories yet? Yes, I have. I have tried Monsters and Memories. I also need to not die. There we got him. We got him. Now we need to not die. I have played Monsters and Memories. We've been playing the test on and off pretty consistently. Me and Santa Group Live. We are connected. I played Ranger. My Ranger is probably my highest one. It's 20. So Monsters and Memories is like, and I know I say like a lot. It's how I live my life, you know. If I want to live my life, I can live my life how I want to live it. It's basically the closest thing you can get aside from playing Project 1999, which is its own different beast. It's its own it's the closest thing you can get to playing a classic EverQuest-like thing. And there's things I like about it and things I don't like about it, like the spell book dropping. I think that's a little too brutal, and I know a lot of people are in the same boat as me. They're like, you know, just let me have my spells, you know? I'm fine with losing my body, just the spells are a little much. The neckbeards ruined Project 99 for you, yeah. And there's a reason I call them P99ers, for a reason. There's also, I like the progression and I like the grouping. I feel like this isn't like everybody. I'm not saying like everyone who plays Monsters and Memories and Project 99 is unhinged and crazy, but you do get a lot of those people, you know, who will just like come in and be like, "Oh, hey, you're at this camp. Well, it's our camp now. Fuck you." And then they'll petition you and they'll be crazy. And that's something I don't really like. What was funny was that so you have Fallen Gate, which is this whole desert area, and you have this whole big basin where there's skeletons and there's beetles, and people want the beetle camps, and you have this group who wanted this whole area to themselves. And we went in there, and there wasn't anyone at the name camp, so we sat down on the name camp, and they just went crazy, and they were like, these fucking idiots, they stole our camp even though we're like halfway across the zone. And there was a big camp dispute, and a loving robot, he was GMing at the time, and he came over to our camp, and he was like, yeah, you guys are all right, you know, you guys did the right thing. Wow, so far my experience has been good, and the community's been great. Light years difference from the P99 people. I feel like it's half and half for me. Like most of the time, people are pretty cool, but you do get those experiences where people are just unhinged. For the most part, they've been okay. For the most part, you know, you just get those experiences where people are just like crazy. And hopefully they get more. I also enjoy Pantheon's Ranger over Monsters and Memories Ranger right now. And Vendini is kind of in a similar boat where he kind of prefers, he thinks kind of healing's kind of boring right now in Monsters and Memories. Because he feels like he just buffs more. Because he has to do individual buffs right now on every single person, and it just eats up all his mana, so he's just kind of like a buffer. But no, I have fun with Monsters and Memories. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I have fun with it. We went really hard for a couple of tests with Monsters and Memories, and now we're just kind of like dialing it back until early access. That's kind of where we are right now. Healing in Pantheons, Seems like it would give me post-traumatic stress disorder. It just depends. I feel like Druid's hard at first to heal, and then it gets easier as you get higher. But I feel like, yeah, definitely the worst offenders are the people who have been pretty much playing P99 and only P99. Those are the people that are like the most unhinged, and I feel like they're dabbling their toes in Monsters and Memories here and there. A great example is this guy who went on a rewind, which is a show that I do some like stuff for sometimes. They went on a rewind and they were talking about P99. They just happened to be talking about it. And they were like, oh yeah, I was on Teal. And he came in and he was like, anyone who's on fucking Teal is a fucking pussy. Fucking Care Bear, pussy, Teal players on P99. It's like, whoa, bro. It's like, the servers aren't that different, alright? I was like, calm down. You need to like take up some pottery and release some stress or something. But yeah, we like Monsters and Memories. My critical brain, you know, often comes in when I start talking about the different systems and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of the mud system either, to be fair. But we've had fun with it. My complaints were with Ranger for a long time was that you just kind of got a lot of Druid hand-me-downs. They've added a little bit of more stuff to Ranger, like those arrows. The arrows are a nice little addition. Makes Ranger feel a little different instead of just like fighter with just some Druid spells that they get at a really long, really later time. Yeah, he sounds a little tight. I just ignore the weirdos. Well, the problem is that if you're a streamer, the weirdos are gonna kind of come to you, and you kind of have to react to them a little bit. Not that I have to, but they do. You will probably have to read it and react to it. I have different levels. You know, where if I can like kind of talk to someone, I will. But if they're like completely off the fucking rails, I just shadow ban them. You know, there was a guy who came like because there was a free weekend for Pantheon way back, and I said I was like, you know, hey, here's how you get access to this free weekend. This was back when Co was still kind of streaming Pantheon on and off. Let's go back to the entrance. I think we're done with this damn dungeon. This horrific dungeon. Now we know no one fucking does it. And I was like, hey, you know, if you want to try Pantheon now, there's this free weekend. Here's how you do it. It's not like straightforward. And this guy commented and he was like, I will not be paying for this game, by the way. And it's like, you don't have to. It's a free weekend. You don't have to pay for it. It's like they have lost their vision. It's like, bro, this is just a free weekend. If you're not gonna play it, then don't play it. You know. So I shut up behind that guy. And then Dalcher says, "Hey, I resemble that remark. I'm one of the weirdos." Well, there's weirdos that you can talk to, and there's weirdos that you just like you ignore. You like shift your eyes. Like at the gas station, trying to tell you crypto at the gas station. Those are the guys you're like, all right, listen, bro, I'm just trying to get some gas and some energy drinks. Leave me alone. I tried Pantheon, and I like the two, but I think P99ers are on that game. I feel like they're probably more on Monsters and Memories than they are on Pantheon right now. It's hard to say. There are definitely some crazies on that game, don't get me wrong. Lot lizards floating at the gas station. Hot stuff. He's just, you know, listen, it's free game, all right? What's $20 to you? What did I think about Pantheon? I like Pantheon. And it was kind of finished my other point. There are crazies. There are people who, when there were only green mobs to kill, they killed green mobs to hit 50 just to hit 50, you know, even though there wasn't anything to do at 50. No, I'm just gonna take this out. I'm gonna take this out. I don't want to swim all the way back to town. But I like Pantheon to an extent. I've been following Pantheon for a long time. And obviously, like, I play Pantheon a lot less than I have. And the same with Monsters and Memories, you know. We haven't seen everything in Monsters and Memories, but we have seen, like, a good chunk of the content without having to grind an incredibly long time to see the new content. We don't want to burn ourselves out either. Yeah, Pantheon's kind of like the middle ground between EverQuest and WoW. Like, that's the middle point. Meanwhile, Monsters and Memories is like, listen, this is EverQuest. Classic EverQuest. That's where Monsters and Memories is. And then you have Gorgon, which is like, not either. It's like, if you don't want WoW or Classic EverQuest, you go to, that's where Gorgon kind of slits into that slot. It's more like old school RuneScape with its leveling. But yeah, I like the Ranger in Pantheon. I like the quick gameplay of the jumping in and out. And I want it to succeed, but I don't know, they just make too many promises and then they just kind of like dial it back. I like Pantheon in theory, but what I played briefly wasn't too thrilled with. I'm hoping by release they have a lot more up my alley, yeah. And a lot of people are waiting for 1.0 too. Or they're waiting for their race, and for me, like, I'm still waiting for Bard. Bard's my main. And they say, like, hey, Bard's gonna be great, and I'm like, hopefully, by the time it gets in. How is it more like EQ? It felt exactly like How is it more like WoW? It felt exactly like EQ to me. I only got up to 5 levels, so my EQ memories are very old and nostalgic at this point. I think it's WoW in the way of the art style and the quests. Yeah, I guess it's closer to the art style of WoW, I guess, if you had to put it like that. It's more like classic WoW and not like modern WoW. That's what I mean by that. We're like, also classic WoW made it seem like a lot more was happening than it was. Like, most of the damage from like rogues in melee classes, those were mainly from auto attacks, but you hit more buttons and it made it seem like you did more than you did. Yeah, old classic WoW was a lot more slower. It had more like flashy abilities, I guess, and animations. But people will like one boat or the other. At the end of the day, you know, I feel like there's a Venn diagram, and there's that section of people who will only play Pantheon, that other section who will only play Monsters and Memories. But there's also that like middle circle of people who will play both. And I'm in that middle circle. I will definitely play both. And I'm hoping, please, developers of Pantheon, please like gap it out by like a month for the spring update, because don't stack them on top of each other. That'll suck for me. And probably only me, but still, it'll suck for me. It's definitely way faster, but I don't know how severe this experience boost is gonna have. It's kind of gonna be a little different too with the spring update, because they're gonna make time to kill. They're gonna make the experience a little more, but also it's gonna take a little longer to kill things, so that you're not just blowing through mobs as quickly. but it's more action. Meanwhile, Monsters and Memories is it's much slower. You're hitting auto attack, and maybe you're throwing a couple spells in there, but it's a lot slower. I have a few friends know life in Classic WoW right now. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it either, you know? How do you keep doing like, oh, time to do Burning Crusade Classic again, up, time to do Wrath Classic again, up, trying to do Catechism Classic, up, trying to do Panda Classic, oh no, we leaving, we bye. We gone again. It's kind of crazy how everyone left for Pandaria Classic, and then they're just back for TBC Classic again. They left Pandora Classic for like old school RuneScape, but then they're like back to TBC Classic, you know. That kind of impresses that surprises me. Nostalgia berries. Member berries, yeah. I'm gonna play Rogue, and I'm gonna get the twin warglaves of whatever, of Azeroth. I'm gonna get him for real this time, though. That's gonna be me. EQ is also kind of in that similar boat. That surprised me too. EQ has been doing that cycle for years and years, and I guess they shouldn't. It's kind of different for EverQuest 2 with the TLPs, because a lot of people are just doing it for chrono. Some people are just doing the same thing again, and some people are just like, listen, I'm just here for the chrono. I'm getting the chrono, and I'm getting out. They took this week to play TBC. Damn. Yeah, EverQuest Landmark. It's kind of crazy to think what EverQuest Next would have been if it didn't just shit the bed. Are you going all in on the next TLP? Well, I hope you enjoy it, Grandeur Reaper. I hope you enjoy the next TLP. Because a lot of people are just out on it. Well, I hate the dip in the middle of this great conversation, but I am kind of starving right now. I'm about to go ham on some fucking mac and cheese. Anyways, what's coming up this week? Tomorrow on Sad Group Live Twitch channel, we're finishing up RB there yet. Sunday I'll be playing Star Tropics. We might even finish Star Tropics for the Nintendo. A lot of fun. And next week, I'll maybe be fucking with Galzak, that really high-end Frost area in Project Gorgon, or we might be moving on. Depends on how I'm feeling. I want to try one, but I'm too casual to keep with the TLP. That's the other thing, is that like live EverQuest and the TLPs for that matter, that like you have to be locked in, or you have to have like a Sherpa to guide you through the way. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Let me see. Is anyone I know doing stuff right now? Well, if you want to see some Pantheon, Stag Group Live is playing some Pantheon right now, so I guess we'll raid them. So they can say I don't do nothing for them. Yeah, no problem. Hope everyone has a good night. Be sure to stick around for the raid. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Hold on, let me get the raid up. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.